The 2025 MotoGP season has unfolded, like a masterclass in precision, strategy, and sheer dominance. This season has been characterized by several significant developments. The introduction of new technical regulations, the debut of the Balatonring circuit in Hungary, and the continued emergence of talented rookies. The overarching narrative of the championship has been the unprecedented and methodical dominance of Marc Márquez of the Ducati Lenovo Team. After 14 rounds, Márquez holds a 175-point lead in the championship standings. This report will break down the key factors behind this dominance, examining the evolution of his riding style, the strategic approach of his team, the comparative struggles of his rivals, and the technical nuances that have contributed to one of the most clinically efficient seasons in Grand Prix racing history. To call Marc Márquez's 2025 season dominant would be an understatement. It has been nothing short of historic. To understand the scale of this achievement, we must first look at the statistics. As of the Hungarian Grand Prix, Marc Márquez's performance metrics are exceptional. Race wins. He has won 10 out of 14 Grand Prix races this season, with a total of 23 victories in the last 28 races, dating back to the previous year. Sprint wins. He has also secured 13 sprint race victories, demonstrating an ability to perform at maximum intensity from the very first lap on Saturday. Points advantage. His lead of 175 points over his brother and teammate, Alex Marquez, is the largest mid-season points gap in the modern MotoGP era. Consistency. He has finished every race this season on the podium, with his worst finish being second place. This mathematical dominance means he can mathematically secure his 9th world title at the next round in Misano, with 6 full Grand Prix still remaining on the calendar. The most significant factor in Márquez's 2025 campaign is not the sheer number of wins, but the manner in which they have been achieved. What we are witnessing is not just dominance, it is a complete reinvention of his riding philosophy. The past, reactive. During his first championship era, Márquez's advantage was built on superhuman reflexes. His style involved extreme lean angles, late braking, and correcting slides mid-corner. This was high risk, high reward, and ultimately led to a high crash rate and his career-threatening injury in 2020. The present, predictive. The 2025 version of Márquez is a model of efficiency. The data shows reduced lean angle, carrying less lean angle on corner entry, preserving tire life. Early acceleration, smoother, earlier throttle application on corner exit. Maximizing drive instead of relying on spectacular slides. Race management, lap times kept within tenths of each other. Managing tire drop with surgical precision. The Hungarian GP was a prime example. Márquez identified Marco Bezzecchi's soft tire compound, calculated the performance drop-off, and executed his decisive pass only when victory was statistically guaranteed. This evolution is the direct result of his physical limitations post-injury. Combined with a matured strategic mindset, he has traded reckless brilliance for cold, clinical efficiency, exchanging risk for inevitability and spectacle for supremacy. While Márquez has excelled, the shortcomings of his direct rivals have amplified the scale of his championship dominance. The clearest comparison is with his factory Ducati teammate, Pecco Bagnaia. The Ducati GP25. Both riders operate with identical machinery, yet their approaches diverge sharply. Márquez favors a stable front end that perfectly complements his predictive corner entry style. Bagnaia, by contrast, has battled with front-end feel and confidence, resulting in erratic performances and frequent setup overhauls. Competitive void. Beyond Ducati, the opposition has struggled to sustain pressure. Aprilia and KTM have snatched occasional victories, often through opportunistic strategy or circuit-specific advantages, but have failed to mount a genuine title bid. Jorge Martin, now with Aprilia, continues to show flashes of speed, but remains plagued by inconsistency. This absence of a relentless rival has left Marquez free to extend his lead with minimal external pressure. Team strategy. The progression of Marquez's career trajectory has also been pivotal. His 2024 stint with Gresini Racing offered a lean, rider-focused environment that sharpened his skills and mindset. Transitioning to the factory Ducati outfit in 2025, he gained access to unrivaled technical resources. The result? A seamless blend of rider maturity, mechanical excellence, and organizational support. A perfect storm of dominance. Marc Márquez's 2025 season cannot be viewed in isolation. It must be placed within the grand arc of MotoGP history. A ninth world title would elevate him to stand shoulder to shoulder with Valentino Rossi, and just behind the legendary Giacomo Agostini in the all-time Premier Class standings. Key records in sight. Age, poised to become the oldest Premier Class champion in the modern era. Margin, on track to secure the title with the most rounds still remaining. Consistency, actively challenging his own benchmark of 10 consecutive victories. Yet the implications extend far beyond numbers. Marquez's resurgence highlights the evolving demands of MotoGP, where raw speed is no longer enough. Success now hinges on intelligence, adaptability, and strategic mastery. His 2025 campaign proves that when extraordinary natural talent is fused with maturity and experience, the result is not just dominance, but a new definition of what peak performance looks like in modern Grand Prix racing. In conclusion, the 2025 MotoGP World Championship is being defined by a masterclass in calculated racing. Marc Márquez has reinvented himself, evolving from a rider powered by instinct and raw aggression into one who thrives on data, strategy, and surgical precision. His blend of experience, technical maturity, and the unmatched performance of the Ducati GP25 has produced a season that borders on inevitability. While the championship is not yet mathematically sealed, the narrative is already etched into the history books. The story of the 2025 champion is not one of a single breathtaking moment, but of relentless, clinical execution across 14 rounds. A demonstration that greatness in modern MotoGP is no longer about surviving chaos, but mastering control.